we're going to be talking about scrappy quilts. We've got the Scrappy Dash Quilt Challenge coming up, which is an in-person event on the 6th of December. We are going to be planting some bulbs on top of the little boat. So I'm going to show you Mr. Perks doing a bit of gardening on the garden roof of this boat. And I'm going to show you how to make this block. Now, a lot of you will know how to make this anyway, but this is just my version. So let's go on in. The fire is on and let's get warm and talk quilting. I'm Tracy, a quilt pattern designer in the UK. If you're new here, and we've got lots of lovely new subscribers, this is my floating studio. This is where I work. There's lots going off. We've got the Christmas stocking that I'm going to get ready to pack. People have already pre-ordered those. And we've got a whole bunch of scraps here. So let's get on with it. I'm getting ready for the Scrappy Dash Quilt Challenge. Now, this is something that I've been running online for the last 2 years. So this January, it will be the 3rd year. And it starts off with like a show and tell. So every weekend in January on a Sunday, we meet together on Zoom, and there's about 20 spaces. I don't want it any bigger than that. And we start the year off sewing our scraps and making all sorts of things. So this one has been going on for at least 10 years. This quilt, this is a postage stamp quilt. It's made up of 1.5 inch squares, unfinished squares. So they're 1 inch finished squares. And these are fabrics that I've had over the years, and I started cutting them out with my Sizzix die, and now I just cut out 1.5 inch squares just with a ruler. I thought I was finished with it. I really thought I was. And then Mr. Perks was like, I think that needs to be bigger. And it needs to be big enough to go on our bed for the winter. So it's going to probably take me another 8 to 10 years to get it finished. But we just keep plodding away at it because you can't rush these things, can you? This year I wanted to do something a little bit different. You'll hear me talk about Loros, the hospice that my mum was in her final days. And to be honest, we can't do enough for them as a family. We need to give back for all the help and support that they gave us 3 years ago. I decided to hold an in-person Scrappy Dash Quilt Challenge event. So we're doing that on the 6th of December. I've paid for the hall. We've got like a village hall, which is quite local in Bedfordshire. And all ticket proceeds after costs go to Loros. I'm going to do a raffle, so those costs will go to Loros. I've got some scrap bags that I've made up. I weighed them all out the other day. I should have done a video of that actually, but I weighed all the scraps out the other day. So they're 6 ounce bags and they're full of squares. I always cut too many squares and half square triangles. So these bags are going to be sold, and the proceeds from those will go to Loros. So hopefully we'll raise a nice bit of money. I'm hoping that it will raise around about £250 on the day with the tickets. So I am getting ready for that. And what I wanted to do was make some blocks up to show people on the day different ways to use their scraps. So this is one of them, and you probably would have seen these all over the place, but I'm just going to show you how I make mine today, because I thought it'd be fun to do something sewing related instead of just giving you a tour around like I did last week. Here's another project that I've been working on for a little while, too long, probably at least 2 years. So what I've done is I've taken the green fabrics and some whites and creams, and I've collected them and put them in this pouch that I made ages ago. And I'll show you the blocks, some of the blocks that I've made. So these will be going with me to hopefully give people inspiration on the day. I can't remember how big these blocks are. Let's have a look. Let's measure them. So they're 8 inch squares. It's a fun way to use your scraps without being precise on anything. I've got this ridiculous amount of scraps just in this one box. I mean, that's just crazy. So they've got to go. They've got to be used up. And I bet you I'm not even going to make a dent in these at all. in the next couple of weeks. I've got a nice selection of scraps here. I've just given these a press before I came on camera because I have to go out and put the engine on, which I'll talk to you about later in the video actually. And yeah, to generate the electricity for the iron. Everything else is solar powered in here. So these are all pressed and ready for me to cut up. So I don't want to waste any paper. This is a pattern that I'm working on at the minute, and I printed this off. It's a scrap piece of paper, so I'm not just going to waste it. I'm going to just fold this over. This is A4. For those of you that are in the States, you will be using US letter, or you might use a different type of paper size. So what size is this? 8.5? 8.5 by 8.5 roughly. So that's fine. I've got lots of black fabrics that don't match, so this is a great way to use them up. So I'm just going to cut a couple. I love this ruler that RNK Distributing gave me. It's a Quilter Select ruler, and it doesn't slip, it doesn't move. How cool is that? So this is going to be one of the starting pieces, and I'm going to get my scrappy bit of paper, and we don't need that much on there. Yes, I need to close that blade off before anybody tells me off. I've got some temporary adhesive fabric glue, and I'm just going to run a little bit up there just to adhere this first strip of fabric to this paper. Well, there we go. So let's just get some more strips cut. You don't need to be too precise with this if you're going for the scrappy look. Got a few bits that are already cut. That'll be good for a little corner. Just tidy this one up. You can do the strips all exactly the same width if you want to. Depends how precise you want to be. I've got some lovely fabrics here. I mean, this is a nice bit of Liberty. Another bit there. Got a bit of grunge here. Put that to one side for a minute. What else have we got? We've got some Macawa linen texture. That's a nice long length there. We've got a bit of Alison glass here. That's an old bit of fabric, that is. I've had that years. And we've got some Kitty Litter, which is Pammy Jane from Dear Stella. We'll have fabrics with Dear Stella. So there's lots there already cut up. We've got plenty to be getting on with. My sewing machine needs a good clean. I am going to be getting a new sewing machine though very soon, which I'm obviously going to share with you all, and that is really exciting. This is definitely going to need a service, and then my sister's going to borrow it while I've got the new one coming. We've got our first piece that we're going to use. I've got a whole bunch of the fabrics here. And if you've never made this kind of thing before, it's super, super easy. So I've got myself organised. I'm not normally this organised. I'm just trying my best for the camera. So I've got, this is going to be my first piece that I'm going to put down. So that just goes face down onto the black fabric, and I'm going to use 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I'm just going to start just off the edge of the paper. My sewing machine is not going to like this paper, I know that. I have to go a little bit slower for a start off. Oh, I should have said that if you're going to be sewing on paper like this, then I'd recommend that you change your stitch length to 2. Mine normally is at 2.5 automatically, and it's better for the perforation basically of the paper. So that's our first strip. I don't want to be going back to the iron, because that means I've got to go outside and put that on. So I've got my little roller out, and I'm using this just to roll it over the fabric, and got my next piece that I'm putting on as well. And you can see these grow quite quickly. I'm going to give this a bit of a helping hand at the other end, because this machine does not like paper. Find another bit that will go there. Will that fit? That would... No, I don't think that'll fit. Let's see what else we've got. That's plenty big enough. So I'm starting just over the edge of the paper there. And I'm not wasting too much, but I'd recommend being a little bit more generous at the end. This is quite a long length, so I'm just going to snip this off, and then I can use it for something else. Got a nice bright black and white spotty fabric there. Been a bit generous with this end bit, but that's okay. So that's one half of the block done. This is what it looks like on the back. Oh, actually, I'm not going to show you what it looks like on the back. I was going to show you what it looks like on the back, but I'm not going to do that because this is a brand new pattern that I've been writing for 2026. And I just want to keep that to myself for a little bit longer. We're going to start on this side now. So I'm just going to turn that piece of paper around. Start up there. And as I said before, I'm using 1/4 inch seam allowance and a stitch length of 2mm. I was hoping that that would fit, because that would be a nice little corner, but that is definitely not going to fit there. So let's see what else we've got. That'll fit though. Will that fit? Yeah. Here we go. So here is our finished strips, and now I'm going to tear the paper off. I'm not going to show you too much of this, but you can see that the paper is perforated with the tiny holes from the needle, and we're just going to rip this away. So I'll be back to you when I've ripped all these bits out. Actually, I've started tearing these bits out, and I thought I would just show you my view that I've got when I'm sewing. So the view at the minute, we are moving at the weekend. So we are heading up to Stoke Bruin, and that is a really lovely canal village. There's a museum there, but there's a water point as well, and a winding hole, which is where we go and turn. Our boat is 62 foot long, the one that we live on, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So that's 62 foot long, and it's not easy. You can't turn it around in that many places, so they have what's called winding holes on the canal, where you wind the boat around and you turn it around. So we're going up to Stoke Brewing, and we're getting water. There's good water facilities up there, which is great. So we'll fill up with water, and there's a kingfisher. There's a kingfisher on the branch over there. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in. Is it going to fly off? Oh, wow. Can you see it? Can you see the kingfisher on the branch? This kingfisher is so regular. I can't believe that we've actually got to see it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Oh, it's gone. Did you see it fly? Wow. How lucky was that? That was so lucky. Oh, look, he's back. Can you see? The kingfisher is back. Look, he's come back, and he's got something to eat as well. Oh, this is so good. I nearly used my my new cameras that I've got that are webcams for filming today, and I thought, no, come on, I need to get this done. I'm behind schedule. I'll use my phone and stick to what I know. Now, I would never have captured that if I was using my brand new cameras, because they're set in a permanent place. So yeah, we were lucky, weren't we? I'm going to trim this block up now. They are 7.5 inches, so I've just checked that. Now, before I trim it up, I don't think you can see this on here, but there is a very faint dotted line in black. It won't show up against this black fabric, that the 45-degree angle line there. So I'm using that to roughly get me the middle point of the block. I'm just going to move this. See how this moves, these quilters select, that they're not slipping at all. So yeah, I'm just going to go up around there. I'm going to twist that around there. It's the first time I've used this square ruler actually, so I'm just going to turn it around. I'm going to trim the rest. We're going to find 7.5 inches on here. So I've got the 7.5 down here, 7.5 there. We've got plenty there to go with. So let's just trim that. I'm going to move that around. I'm loving this. Look. And we have a scrappy block. So I'm going to make a few more of these, but not now on camera, so don't worry about that. This is the back of it. We still need quite a few more to finish off this this quilt top. I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't even know what it's going to be for yet, but we'll just keep going because we've got plenty of scraps to go at. I'm going to go outside and help Mr. Perks plant the bulbs on top of the roof. So that is on this video as well. So don't go anywhere. But I'm just going to let you know a couple of things before I go outside. So I've got a newsletter and a website. My business is Rope and Anchor Trading Co. And that's because we're on a boat. Not that we have an anchor on this boat, but yeah. I would love it if you would subscribe to my newsletter. I send a newsletter about once a week. And it's not too long. So just telling you about what quilty stuff's happening, what I've got, what I'm working on, events that I'm going to and working at, and a bit about boat life. The details are here below, www.ropeandanchortradingco.com. Right, I'm going to brave the cold and, yeah, put my woolly hat on. Okay, Mr. Perks, what are we up to today?
We are going to be putting some spring bulbs in the top of the little boat. So we've got some tulips and narcissus.
Hang on, let me just focus in on that. Oh, they're lovely, yep.
We've got some tulips and allium.
Allium,
sorry, I
is
pronounce
it?
Yeah, it's my... We've got some double fringed tulips, they are pretty.
Oh, hang on. Oh, they look gorgeous.
I picked these up the other day when I was with my mum. at Garden Centre. They're the end of season bulbs because everyone's pretty much put them in by now. We're a bit late, so everything was half price, which is really good.
Okay.
I've got two mixed tete-a-tete duck bulbs.
2 boxes of these,
Boxes,
yeah.
They're white and yellow, so there's quite a lot of bulbs in there, which is good.
Do you think we're going to have enough?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the area that we're going to plant out. So Mr. Perks has extended this. It was just one layer, so he's put another layer on, so it's going to be deeper. And last year we had herbs in there, and the year before, and I think the first year we had lots of tomato plants. But we were talking about having a cut flower garden. I don't know what that's called, but I wanted to be able to have some flowers that I could just cut and bring inside. Do you know what? I probably am not going to cut these flowers at all, but I think they're going to look really pretty. I'm not sure we've got enough bulbs there, but Mr. Perks, he's the gardener, and that's what he used to do in a previous life, so he said that we're going to have enough bulbs. So yeah, let's get to it. Look how nimble he is. You wouldn't believe he's 60, would you? I couldn't do that, definitely not. Okay, so what's your plan then? How are you planning on doing this?
Well, I'm going to do these in groups because I like groups of flowers together. You know?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I'd have just done them random because they're all going to come up at different times.
Well, yeah, they will do, but I think in groups they look more. There's more of an impact. You know, there's more of an impact when they're in groups. So they'll come up to about that high. So they'll be like that. So I'll do probably 5 or 6 bunches of these tete-a-tetes, which have got to be pointing upwards, obviously.
Yeah.
Below the ground, you know, obviously. So I will get to it.
Okay, brilliant. I'm going to watch you and supervise.
Right, this is all pretty much fresh soil we've put in here. Nothing special, it's just something we got cheap from the garden centre. So, right, I'm going to put some in this corner. A smattering. They are actually different colours, the 2 boxes.
Oh, that's good. So this is pretty late, isn't it?
Yes, it's a bit late really to be doing. What month are we in?
We're at the end of November now.
November. So really, they'll come up a bit late, mid-spring, I reckon. So maybe early spring. I'm not sure.
I suppose it depends what kind of winter we have, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right, that's one little group.
Okay. So you have got a plan then?
Yeah. There's always a plan. There's always a plan. Randomness, that's what it is.
Oh, I can't do randomness.
I know, you know, OCD.
Yeah. So, for those of you that are wondering, Mr. Perks and I have been together.
Too long.
Too long.
27 years.
Well, that's a test. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been married 25 years.
That is the 3rd rehearsal.
This is not the 3rd rehearsal. Oh, you're funny today. You're on fire.
I'm trying. Right, different colour this time, so we've got a bit of
variation.
Variation, that's the word I'm looking for. We've got plenty. Seriously,
Okay. I'll remind you of this. This is going to be evidence.
Yes, because in spring we'll do another video of them in bloom.
Yep.
And see where we are.
Excellent. So while Mr. Perks is doing that, let me speak to you about the solar panels. So this boat is mainly powered by solar. But at the minute I've got a problem with my batteries, and you'll see here that we've got the extension lead running from one boat to the other. Now I do use the power from the main boat when I need to do pressing or ironing, because the solar power isn't strong enough for the iron, because that takes a lot of wattage. But on the main, the solar powers run my sewing machine and the lights, and I've got my little stereo that I charge up, a little Bluetooth stereo as well, and there's not much more power that I need to use in there. Now this is the back deck. Normally I've got hanging baskets that are hanging from this rail here, but we've taken those off, and I think next year, instead of doing bedding plants, we're going to have some grasses, and then that'll last longer, and also it'll save some money as well. So I've got this mat over here, which is not ideal, but it's better than the boards showing. So this is all ready for winter. Mr. Perks has done a bit of a pruning job here. It's a bit of a grey old day here today on the canal, but you know what, at least it's dry. In fact, I might just go and get the dogs out. So this is my darling Bella. She used to be our mum's dog. And we got her for mum actually many years ago. So Bella is 11 and she is not very well at the moment. She's going to have an operation on Tuesday next week, which I'm really worried about. Her cruciate ligament has gone on her back leg. So I don't know if they're going to do keyhole or open her up, I'm not sure. But I'm very worried because she's, like I say, she's 11 now. She's getting on a bit, but she's such a beautiful soul. She really is. So I'll keep you updated on Bella's progress week after next.
Right, I'm going to put the tulips in next.
Okay, so we've got plenty of daffs left, you said?
We've got plenty of daffs. If you look here, that's how many got left. These were full to the brim.
Okay.
So I don't want to put too many in, because we got quite a lot of other pots on the boats, and I'm going to put some in the back of the little boat on the back deck.
Great stuff.
Get a bit of colour.
Excellent.
Right, these are the daffs. So these are the double fringed tulips. See?
Oh, they're gorgeous.
So
how many of those did you get?
there is 10 bulbs in there. I'm not going to mix these up. I'm going to keep these together because I think that impacts a lot better.
Okay, you're in charge.
I am, always. Got to be facing upwards with the shoots pointed upwards, like that.
Okay.
Okay.
You're trying to teach me gardening after all these years?
Never happened, because you got me.
That's right. Okay, so which ones are these?
So these are tulips and narcissus. Narcissi, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, so they're going to go in between the daffs. Slightly bigger bulb this time. Can you see them?
Yep, I can see them.
Excellent. Right, we'll put some down here. Make sure I dig up some of the existing daffs. This is going to look really colourful, actually.
Yeah, well, we're going to come back in the spring and show everybody.
Yeah, yeah. I discovered tulips, I know it sounds silly, but I discovered tulips last year when my mum and my sister sent me some really lovely bulbs, and they were like double, I don't know what the word is.
Double flowering or something?
Yeah, double headed. And they lasted actually longer than I thought they would. Tulips don't tend to last that long, but they lasted a good month and a half or so.
Well, your sister had been to Amsterdam, hadn't she?
Yeah,
so she got us some.
back, didn't she?
And then your mum bought us some for Christmas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to fall in, are you?
I'm not going to fall in, not this time. I actually haven't fallen in for about 2 years.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Yeah. As opposed to Tracy's only fell in once,
Yes.
which you all probably know about, when she broke her ribs.
No, they don't know about
Okay,
that.
that's another story.
There's a story for another day.
Yes.
Yes, and it was catastrophic.
It really was. Not good.
Okay.
Right, that's all the daffs and the tulips put in. I'm now going to jump down and do the back. God, I am getting old.
Okay, so where are you going to put these?
So this is a plum tree my mum bought me a couple of years ago, which still hasn't produced any fruit. It's not big enough yet, so I'm going to just stick a couple in there. This is just to give it a little bit of colour on the back for the spring. It'll be nice. We've got a tea rose here, which was bought in memory of Tracy's mum, which we keep on the back, and it flowers every year, which is really nice. So I'm going to put a few daffs in there.
Yeah, my sister bought me the rose. She bought us all one when, you know, not long after Mum had died. And that particular rose bush or plant is called Mum in a Million. So, and it flowers a lovely light pink. And I don't think it did so well last year, but the year before, oh, there we go. Yeah, I kept that. That's good. Is that called, does it say Mum in a Million on there?
Hybrid tea. Yeah, Mum in a Million. Mum in a Million.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Might need to top this up with a bit of soil because it's getting a bit root bound. So. Ooh.
Okay.
Put that back. This is another plum tree which had a graft put onto this, which my mum bought for me, but the graft didn't work, so we just cut it down. I don't think this will ever flower because the way it is, but it's a bit of foliage in the summer, so you know.
This is little Sydney. He's 8. He is a schnoodle. We've had him from a puppy. I think he was about, I don't know, 12 or 14 weeks old. He is such good fun. He rules all of us, actually. So you'll be seeing more of Sydney and Bella in the coming videos. We've had lots of lovely new subscribers to the channel, and we've had lots of questions as well from that. So a lot of people have said, is the little boat the one that we live on? And no, it's not. So this is the boat that we live on. And we have been on board about 16 years. And then we tow the little boat along with us. And that's the boat that I work from. You see, this one needs a bit of a clean up. You can tell that winter's here because everything is muddy and dirty. Thank you so much for watching. We've had lots of lovely new subscribers to the channel, and I wanted to give you a bit of behind the scenes, sorry. Do you know what? Perhaps we should call it behind the scenes. Behind the scenes about boat life, but also about the quilting and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much. And if you did like this video, press like, because it's really helping get my channel seen by lots more people. Have a great weekend, and I better go and do my hair now. Thank goodness for the woolly hat.